Hey, what's going on, everybody? So now we are sitting here on a Monday after the Packers had just beat the Los Angeles Rams, and all I was thinking right before this video started is I'm pretty satisfied and happy that the Packers won this game coming into the bye because now, we have a couple weeks of sitting in this win, coming off beating a Rams team that is pretty good. We don't have to sit here the next couple weeks after, a tough loss and sort of think, oh, shoot, like what went wrong? Hopefully we can be better. We just came in and beat the Los Angeles Rams, a team that I think lots of people, at least earlier in the season, thought were one of the contenders in the NFL, and especially in the NFC. And then now, after you losing the past 3 games, I think the Rams clearly are struggling at this point. This isn't to say they can't figure things out. There are clearly lots of teams throughout the past few seasons who maybe struggle in the middle of the year and, get things together coming to the playoffs. And so the Rams definitely could be that team. But it does feel good here to sit here on a Monday, coming into a bye with the Packers beating the Los Angeles Rams after coming to that loss versus the Vikings. But now I sort of want to talk about a guy who has been talked about a lot. I mean, not as much the past couple weeks, but of course, Rasul Douglas coming in here, being a difference maker for this Packers team once again, already having that one major play that sort of put his name out there. I think some Packers fans sort of knew who he was because we saw that he got signed, or what was it, early October, I think he was signed by the Packers. We sort of knew about him a little bit if you follow the Packers specifically, but if you're just an outside fan, not really clearly, following the Packers every single day, you probably didn't know who the heck the guy was. And so it wasn't until that game in Arizona in prime time, Thursday night, where he comes in, has an interception versus the Arizona Cardinals, and his name basically gets put out there. People start to know who he is. And now in this game versus the Los Angeles Rams, he had another play that I think sort of just showed that he is a difference maker and game-changing player on this Packers defense, coming in there, having an interception return for a touchdown against Matthew Stafford, who now has 3 straight games throwing a pick 6. So just once again, we've talked about this before, just the fact that the Packers were able to find Rasul Douglas, the fact that Brian Gutekunst was able to find Rasul Douglas, props to Gutekunst, whoever did find Rasul Douglas, whether it's someone in the scouting department, whether it's Gutekunst specifically, props to whoever found Rasul Douglas, because right now, if the Packers didn't have Rasul Douglas, I still think this defense would be good. But just because we have been playing without Jaire Alexander, I am a little curious as to how this defense would have looked the past few weeks, if we did not have Rasul Douglas on this defense, because he has been playing pretty good in most of the games he has played in. In this past game, PFF rated him as the highest graded defender on the Packers defense with a 91.2 grade. There was that one play, I think it was Odell Beckham who beat him on that 54-yard touchdown pass. He did get beat on that one play. But outside of that, he was pretty much lights out the entire game, of course, having that pick 6. If we take a look at some of his stats from this game, he was targeted 10 times, only allowed 3 receptions. Of course, it was for 79 yards because, as I already mentioned, that 54-yard touchdown pass he did give up. But just the fact that he was targeted 10 times, only allowed 3 receptions, I believe he had 2 pass breakups in this game. And he has been a pretty consistent player throughout this, the time that he has been here in Green Bay. If we take a look at the passer rating he has allowed in his time here, he has allowed a 66.3 passer rating when targeted this season, which is 12th in the NFL for all cornerbacks, ahead of guys like Jalen Ramsey, Trevon Diggs in that one specific stat category. So he has been playing very, very well, and we've been saying this for weeks and weeks, at least I have, because I'm the one talking here. You guys say it in the comments sometimes. But just imagine what this Packers defense is going to look once Jaire Alexander gets back, because I think that Rasul Douglas has really cemented himself as, maybe the second, third best cornerback. Eric Stokes, I think, has still played really well as well. Kevin King, he has those games where he's really good, and then he also has a couple games where he sort of isn't as good. So I think just to have Rasul Douglas, and hopefully with Jaire coming back soon, maybe crossing my fingers he comes back after this bye. I'm not counting on it, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that he could potentially return. We'll see if any more news does come out, for these Packers injuries, because there definitely are a lot, especially now with Aaron Rodgers. He could potentially get surgery. We'll probably get some news later on that today. And then, of course, Randall Cobb had that groin injury. But luckily, we do have this bye. We do have, so players will hopefully be able to heal up coming into this next week's game, or 2 weeks away from now. I think we play the Chicago Bears. I'm pretty sure the Bears are our next matchup. But I just basically wanted to point out, just how good Rasul Douglas has been. Clearly, you guys probably all saw that last night with that pick 6. He did give up that one touchdown pass, but he just plays with energy. He plays hard. He flies around. He's breaking up passes. He's tackling people. He's doing tons of great things. So I wanted to sort of point that out, sort of talk about just how good of an addition this was for the Packers to be able to find a guy like Rasul Douglas on another team's practice squad. It really is crazy to think that no other team sort of saw this guy and the potential that he had. Clearly, he probably hadn't shown it recently before the Packers signed him, because if he had, you would think at least some team would have come in there and grabbed him. But for whatever reason, he is thriving here in Green Bay in this, Joe Barry defense here. So that is exciting to see. Great to see the Packers make an addition like that, for this Packers defense. But if you guys have yet to subscribe, feel free to subscribe to the channel down below if you'd like Packers news, Packers content, all things Packers. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like on the video. It really just helps push the video out to more people. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in the next one.